bonsoir à toutes, bonsoir à tous. On se retrouve ce mercredi déjà, aïe aïe aïe, pour la suite de saison 0 d'un sur le Frozen Wild, pardon. Que j'avais commencé la semaine dernière, très rapidement, et qu'on a bien progressé entière. Il y aura un autre stream cette semaine qui aura lieu dit 14h sur Star Citizen. Et en plus de ça, s'il voit que la semaine prochaine, il y a la Gamescom, également organisée par Jeff Keighley, comme c'était le cas du Summer Game Fest, et que je suis co-streamer normalement. J'ai fait une... C'est dans les règles de l'événement pour la nuit d'ouverture. Voilà, c'est une seule soirée. On va faire un gros stream, on va suivre toutes les nuits. Ça. Voilà, c'est pour les annonces. Le jeu est déjà lancé. Je vais vérifier en même temps. Son. Il n'y a pas de problème de son, c'est parfait ça. Et en plus de ça, on voit tout l'écran cette fois-ci. C'est très fort. Globalement, il fallait retourner au pavillon principal. Il y a tous les Werak qui sont rassemblés. Et affronter Adraca, le chef, pour placer, juste histoire de donner un seul ordre. Et à part ça, tout va bien. Je vais vérifier en même temps chez un marchand. Je vois qu'il y a une quête secondaire en tête. Ah si, elle est là-bas. De toute façon, j'ai le marqueur. Et ça, on va vérifier Adraca après la quête secondaire. Histoire de pas non plus aller trop vite dans la quête principale, quoi. La question, c'était ces arcs-là. Ça ne m'intéresse pas, mais ceux-là, oui. Typiquement, un arc avec des flèches de feu, c'est plutôt une bonne idée. Je pense que je vais prendre ça. Et je vais l'équiper, parce que je n'utilise jamais cet équipement-là. Et j'essaierai d'avoir celui. Si je gagne assez de cristaux, voilà. Tant que j'y suis, c'est 7% de dégâts. Si j'ai feu, on peut le mettre dessus. Déjà, je le fais. Dégâts. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a d'autre? Animant, déchirure. Si. Après, j'ai pas beaucoup de choix donc je... Et là, c'est soit. C'est gel, on va pas faire ça. Peut-être juste un dégât classique alors. Un jour je trouverai un dégât très rare. Pas pour l'instant. Ah, l'autre chose que je vois, cette arme là. Corde de ligotage. Est-ce que chez lui. Alors, déjà chez lui, est-ce qu'il y a. La nouvelle arme. Flamme. Tire des carreaux chargés. J'ai pas l'impression qu'il...
With their ridiculous ideas about women, how many great warriors have they ignored? The Daemon cannot.
Par contre, ici, pardon.
Aloy, a little business arrangement.
Attends 2 secondes, je vais parler à l'autre main. Là, c'est le lance-corde. Cette arme à faible cadence de tir peut immobiliser temporairement les machines en les attrapant au sol. La cible nécessite davantage de cordes. Ok, une machine entre tant d'immeubles. Et est-ce qu'il n'y a pas un lance-corde amélioré? Ce câble. pensais qu'il y aurait un lance-corde amélioré. Si je vois le même logo que avec corde dessus, mais en d'autres. Donc ça n'existe pas.
The only sound.
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip. And you know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Aïe aïe aïe
Well,
aïe aïe.
they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago. And I'm starting to worry about them.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about 2 things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't seen them since.
Hide nor hair.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up.
Oh.
No shaman with these 3. Just 2 youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these 3?
They weren't telling. But hammer to steel is not a happy story, whatever it is.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them chattering about the Sundom when they thought I wasn't listening.
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running from something.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge, forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a snapmaw fang. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way. If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
Great Werak is
Ben, on va aller faire ça.
like a machine. Each
À faire, je peux même pousser jusqu'au. Parce qu'il y aura probablement d'autres quêtes à faire. Et là-bas donc, ce sera à pied.
particular role.
Et oui, on va passer au pied du volcan du coup. On est jusqu'à présent. Est-ce que je peux mettre un champ?
Targets have much to fear.
These will keep.
Le heal qu'il me faut, c'est parfait. Prends de loin. Rondement du volcan. Des chevaux. Ah oui, du coup j'ai toutes mes flèches. Là, le temps de... Ah, c'est plus rapide, donc au corps à corps, c'est beaucoup plus simple d'utiliser cet arc-là. Ah!
Now they're hunting me.
On va devoir tuer les crabes. À 4.
I'll override it. Use the pulses for myself.
C'est l'objectif, je vais essayer de choper la tour avant qu'il meure. Bon, me laisser tranquille le temps de hacker, vraiment.
Okay then, let's see if this thing can work for me.
C'est pas trop un problème pour
I felt that.
ça. Aïe. Oui, mais à chaque fois, t'es chouette. Ah, ça suit ça aussi. Ah, ça a marché. Ça marche pas. Les gars, même après qu'ils soient morts, hein. C'est insupportable. Déjà qu'ils préchotent la moitié des ailes.
I guess the old ones like these animals.
Des figurines de petits animaux un peu partout. C'est encore une tour ça.
Something tells me those are Bergrun's missing hunters. I don't suppose you three know an Osram and Song's edge called Bergrun, do you?
Boys, that con artist sent an errand girl to collect what's owed to him.
I'm nobody's errand girl. Bergrun asked me to help harvest parts. Or would you rather keep trying to sell broken junk?
Broken junk? This pack will be on the move soon. No time to argue. If she's offering to help, we should accept it.
Ah,
Fine.
merci.
We're about to take down these machines. If you're so eager to help, then lead the way.
Ah, parfait. Il y a plusieurs tours. travers la tour. Allez, tu peux le faire. Il a l'air d'y avoir une troisième tour. Ça fait 0 dégâts. Bouge pas. Putain, il est hyper rapide. Oiseau mangé par le rocher.
All right, Outlander. You want to talk about our deal with Bergrand? Let's talk.
That's done. You three are pretty handy in a fight.
Thanks, I guess. Not that we needed your help. We are doing just fine without you.
That's not the way Bergrand tells it. He says you tried to settle up with him using a shattered Thunderjaw heart.
What? That's an exaggeration. It was only broken in two.
Urkai, we don't have time for this. Come on, boys, back to the hunt. We still need 2 more of Bergrand's components.
What's the rush?
We want out of these lands as soon as possible. That's all you need to know.
Why are you leaving the cut?
Well, we could go back to Banor. Let Undercut slit our throats.
By the
What the
blue
heck?
light, Urkai. Why don't you just write our story in the snow for any passing hunter to read? We had a dispute with the chieftain of our old Werak. We thought someone else should have been in charge. He disagreed.
It seemed like a good time to move on, so we are traveling to the Sundom.
Bien loin, de l'autre bout du monde.
From here to the Sundom. It's a long trip.
Seems worth it. Sometimes survival is about knowing when to leave and where to go.
Yeah, and in this case, survival means us getting as far away as we can from Banor. We've seen enough red snow.
What's the plan once you get there? What will survival be about then?
Look, all that matters is that we get there. And to do that, we need shards. So if you'll excuse us.
So this Thunderjaw heart you brought Bergrand.
Let me ask you this, all right? Why would it matter that the heart was broken into 2 pieces? Can't you just stick it back together?
Of course you can't just stick it back together.
I just meant...
Oh, I bet that scam artist Arsarim could. He just wants to send us on another stupid errand.
Oh, he's not so bad. I like Bergrand.
Like him, Tulamat, he sent us out in the snow to nearly die under the feet of a Thunderjaw. And
Boys, shut up! Ugh! Every time someone brings up that stupid heart.
I've got the
Ay, ay, ay.
Scorcher Claw Bergrand was asking for. That only leaves the Stalker Sinew and the Snap Maw Fang.
You should hold on to it. You're coming along to the next hunt after all, aren't you?
I suppose somebody's got to keep you three out of trouble.
Allez.
I guess you'll have to tag along then. But don't start thinking you're one of us. The bloody snowdrifts aren't accepting new hunters.
bloody snowdrifts? That's what you want to call our Werak?
Yeah, it's not great to tie.
Oh, it's not like your names are any better. You.
S'ils peuvent
We're
pas
headed
s'entendre, ça va être compliqué.
northwest, to the ruins near Hollow Hall. We'll be waiting.
Point au nord, c'est noté. On va commencer par le village. En chemin, je devrais pouvoir récupérer 2 îles. J'ai utilisé quand même une entière de ma réserve.
Breath is ice. Before I even breathe out.
C'est de l'eau, j'ai cru que c'était gelé, mais non. Les fleurs qu'il me faut pile sur le chemin. Parfait. On voit plus, on voit plus le volcan depuis ici.
That'll help.
Ah putain, c'était un truc aérien. J'ai jamais capté. Je le cherchais devant moi. Il se rapproche. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Très très mauvais chasseur. Petite tour.
If I could get to the tower.
Je voulais faire une attaque discrète, mais ça va pas voulu. Oui. Oh, j'aime pas, c'est un... D'accord, j'en ai vu un. Yes. Alors, si je peux arrêter de faire n'importe quoi. Est-ce que je peux le... Il y en a un troisième. Je voulais prendre juste une potion. J'ai pas vu le troisième encore. dernier. Je suis persuadé d'avoir entendu un troisième. On va commencer par ça. Ici, il vient pas. Personne.
Can't be too prepared.
Ça m'a coûté cher en vie.
Any one of the hunters will be soon to be chieftain.
I warn the machines who have been enslaved by the daemon. The best gift we can give them is a sweet death.
Can't carry more.
More than just stories. To sing is to perform a ritual.
Il n'y a pas de quête secondaire, mais on va pouvoir rejoindre les chasseurs. Un petit. J'attends qu'il soit. Très bien comme ça. Ah, c'est pas là où j'avais vu les espèces de bisons. Je crois que c'était dans cette région la dernière fois que je suis passé. C'est des bus. Ouais, des bus. Je vois qu'il y a une nouvelle tour là-bas.
There's the herd. Everyone ready?
Are you joking? We were born ready. Let's go get them, flaming skulls.
Nope, that's awful.
It is a pretty bad name. Good effort though, Urkai.
Forget it. Let's just go kill something.
Allons-y alors. Il y a encore des trackers là.
I know where I am.
Just die already.
Calme, calme. voulais vraiment faire l'attaque au sol, mais il a pas voulu. Ok. Et là, est-ce que je vais pouvoir faire l'attaque au sol?
Got you!
Aïe, et c'est moi qui prends mon propre piège.
We've got this!
Ça fait peur. Je savais qu'il était dans le coin, mais je pense pas qu'il était aussi près.
Here it goes!
Making progress.
Bien. Ah, c'est
I
plus
don't
calme.
know about you three, but I feel better. Aloy, did you get that component?
That's another part down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergrand.
Starting to feel real, you know. I'm starting to believe we're really gonna get out of here. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'd survive a week without Nakoni. But here we are.
Who's Nakoni?
Nakoni was... she was a friend of ours. She challenged the chieftain for control of the Werak.
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
Comment ça?
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. Oni could, damn him. He wasn't nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Oniku, grinning like a snap maw, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nakoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
With their damn neck snapped.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory, it's all I can think of.
I'm
Le
sorry.
chef l'a assassiné en fait.
It sounds like she meant a lot
Pendant le
to
duel.
you. It's all of you. Nakoni challenged
On
the
va partir,
chieftain.
faut le redéfier.
Why?
Onicup wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people wrap themselves in furs. If you're willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts. The Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms of Oniku's feet, and the rest of us, waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
She was the best and bravest of us. She was the one who took a stand.
Is this why you left Banor? Because of this business with Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onakut knew Nakoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
What are we to Tai? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we do.
It's not what she did.
I'm sorry for what you've been through.
It's nice to be heard. Thank you, Aloy.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? What happened in Banor is buried in Banor. What matters now is what happens in the Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are gonna make a name for ourselves, right?
Oh, the
burning
burning turkeys? Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort
What?
of like vomit?
So, where
Alors.
to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find.
Excusez-moi.
That Small thing. We'll meet you there.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
Eh ben, let's go alors. Coup de fil électrique, attends. Ah oui, mais c'est pas ça qui demande le fil électrique, c'est pas grave. Pas très loin, on peut y aller à pied.
Never know when I might need these.
Un peu de heal en passant. Que les crocos ils ont tendance à faire rapidement mal aussi.
Got one.
On va le récupérer, d'accord.
No sign of him yet. Guess I'll just sit and wait.
Et je vais en profiter pour récupérer un peu d'herbe avant qu'ils arrivent. Il y a une des deux tours qui est déjà que j'ai déjà fait.
I was starting to worry about you three. Everything all right?
We took our time. After our last conversation, we had a lot to think about.
I can imagine. Just one more hunt, then your debt is paid and you three can make your way south. Ready?
Huntress, the Sunshine Snowshoes await your signal.
Horrible!
I'm almost impressed, Dulamok. Didn't think you could come up with a name worse than burning turkeys.
Well, I liked it. Let's hunt.
Je vais faire le tour pour récupérer la tour d'abord. Parce que s'ils sont moins forts, si je récupère la tour, autant faire ça quoi.
Tuck that away.
Ça marche une fois sur deux, c'est très chiant.
Getting close to the North Tower.
Je tombe dans l'eau. Remonte s'il te plaît. Oh, je voulais juste traverser. Non, tombe pas dans le... Pire zone. Ok, j'en ai eu. Maintenant l'autre machine. C'est la dernière. Quoi? Voilà ce que j'avais déjà fait, salope. Ah non, je pense pas. Je sais pas combien il y a de trous dans ce pays. Il y en a encore une là-bas. Allez, allez, allez. Ok. La dernière machine.
You're
Come
done.
here, Aloy. Let's have a proper goodbye, huh?
There. That's the last of Bergren's parts. Looks like you three are out of debt.
For now. Until Urkai breaks something else.
It was one time.
You make a nice shaman, Aloy. Thanks for lending a hand. Maybe we'll meet you in the Sundom sometime.
Once you get to the Sundom, what then? What's the next step?
We hunt like Nakoni wanted to hunt.
Mikoni had big dreams. A werak in which everyone pulls their weight and takes care of each other. No shamans, no chieftains, no need to pry the power out of anybody's hands.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting tribute to Nakoni. We can become the werak she always wished for.
You won't have me to strip your kills now. Are you three gonna be alright?
Doesn't look that hard, really. We'll be fine.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests and he's suddenly a shaman.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself, he'll know someone who can.
Sure. And I bet he charges us for the introduction.
Thank you, Aloy. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I guess this is goodbye. How does it feel, putting Banuk lands behind you?
The only thing I would have missed is already gone.
Let all those rotten Banor suck-ups freeze to death.
It's a little much, Urkai, don't you think? That's strange. What is it to be Banuk after Banur forsakes you? How do we decide who we are? How about you, Aloy? Who do you think we are? What will you remember of us?
You do more than just survive. You believe in something, and you're willing to fight for it. Nakoni was willing to die for it.
I like that. Nukoni dreamt of a Werak without shamans or chieftains, and we might be that dream.
Nakoni's arrows. That's what we are. Shot from her bow in the north to hit her target in the south.
I know I'm not part of the Werak, but that's the best suggestion I've heard since I met you three.
Yes. Nukoni's arrows. We will try to fly true. Thank you, Huntress.
Ouais, mais même. Voir le marchand. Pour avoir une récompense, j'imagine. Et puis il est assez marrant en plus, c'est cool. Perso très sympathique. Perdu au milieu des terres du Nord.
Fortunate that Aurea favored Sakuli. I've never seen
Hop,
another
petite
painter like
sauvegarde.
her.
Bergrand, how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much. You know those three crazy Manuka are calling themselves Nukoni's arrows now? Well, now that I have those parts, I can pay off a debt of my own.
So they've gone south then?
Aye, that they have. I've got a friend in the Sundom by the name of O'Toole. He owes me a favor. Old O'Toole is a machine scavenger, a pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn from the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, we work with the resources we have. Speaking of which,
Je crois qu'on l'a déjà
here,
rencontré autour.
a token of my gratitude.
Ouais, bon bah il reste qu'à défier Adraca. C'est bien que même les quêtes secondaires ça donne des cristaux bleus pour pouvoir acheter l'équipement de la région. Au lieu d'avoir à les farmer directement dans la région. Participer aux quêtes, ça suffit pour pouvoir débloquer les armes. Ça c'est cool.
My people have been telling tales of your accomplishments. Seems you have taken a special interest in our stretch of snow, Outlander.
Yes. And apparently this is the only way I'll get to see all of it.
Is this a challenge?
Ta-ta-da, bonjour.
Werak.
On est arrivé depuis 3 jours dans la région, mais
This must be a joke.
It is not a joke, Aratak.
Now I see. The Outlander's your pawn.
aïe aïe aïe.
And with you backing her claim, I have no choice but to accept. I expected better of you, sister.
It was you who forbid me from Thunder's drum, brother.
Brother and sister?
This is a little more complicated than I thought.
No, it's simple. You will meet me at the Frost Figures, and I'll put a quick end to this mockery.
Aïe aïe aïe. C'est un duel à mort, hein, donc ça peut se finir que d'une façon ou d'une autre.
I suppose I owe you an explanation.
Yeah. I suppose you do. So why didn't you tell me that you and Aratak are siblings?
I thought I wouldn't have to. I'm surprised Aratak brought it up in front of a stranger. He must be very angry. I'm not always the best judge of
People.
I prefer the company of spirits. They're simply my own. I didn't want you to think of our pilgrimage as some sort of family squabble. It's much more important than that.
It's bold, I'll give you that. Going after your own brother?
He gave me no choice. He thinks I'm a child to be shoved to the back of the hunt. He would forbid me from my destiny. And yet, part of me did it knowing he would forgive me, eventually. He always does.
Family drama aside, what's this challenge meant to be anyway?
You and Aratak will hunt machines at the Frost Figures. The victor will be the fastest. It won't be easy.
Nothing about this has been so far.
When you meet us at the starting point, I'll tell you more. It will be simpler to explain from the base of the hills.
Araya, it's not about who's related to who. I want to know what's inside Thunder's drum. The spirit, the daemon, and how it all connects to the machines. But if we're gonna go through with this, I need you to be straight with me.
I underestimated you. And Aratak. I won't make that mistake again.
We'll see you at the Frost Figures.
Voilà, c'est très bizarre comme phrase. C'est presque menaçant la façon dont elle a dit.
So, off to risk my life in order to take charge of a Banuk hunting band. Just what I always wanted.
Bon après... À l'œil dans un concours de chasse, ça devrait bien se passer.
Just up there.
Voilà, comme ça, celui-là il va arrêter de m'embêter. Peut-être petite sauvegarde quand même. Ouais, parce qu'a dit la chamane quand même, c'est... Oula.
Good. I can use this.
Est-ce qu'elle va se retourner contre nous avant la fin? Ouais, il faudrait un peu plus de heal parce que c'est parti très très vite tout à l'heure.
Save these for the trail. The Frost Figures. Aratak and Araya must be close.
Pas mal, est-ce qu'il n'y a pas plus? On voit le volcan d'ici. Il est caché derrière les montagnes, je pense. Techniquement, il est là-bas. Ah bah, on voit la fumée.
Outlander. I have prevailed over such challenges before, and fear none. But this one is foolish. You are not Banuk. You do not understand my responsibilities. I ask you, one hunter to another, withdraw.
Heureusement, on peut pas.
Will you let us go to Thunder's drum?
You haven't seen what's up there, Outlander. I will not risk my sister's life again.
Then we better get on with this.
So be it! I will bury your insolent claim in the frozen ground!
Enough! Let us begin! To hunt, to strive! That is the way of the Banuk and of the contest before you. You will climb the frost figures from the east, Aratok from the west. Each trail wends its way through deadly machines. Hunters from the Werak will be posted along the way. They will hail you, calling out machines for you to slay. Your hunt will take you around the ridge to the center, where you must descend to the valley for your final kill. Each time, after your prey has fallen, you must launch a beacon such as this so that all our kin will see your progress.
Kill machines, launch balloons. Got it.
Easy.
So, the first of us to launch the third balloon wins?
Well, yes. And as challenger, your path to victory is harder. If even one of your beacons comes in after Aratox, he prevails.
Quoi?
You had your chance, Outlander.
So did you.
The hunt begins on my mark.
Puis d'être le meilleur tout le temps en fait.
Now!
All right, gotta head up that mountain.
Faut monter tout
Looks
en haut.
like there are a few ways to go up, and those rock paintings mark the paths.
Je tentais ici.
Okay, up we go.
Hop, je continue par là. Ouais, j'ai vu qu'il y avait plusieurs chemins. Je prends le premier que je vois, hein. De toute façon, je vais pas réfléchir plus que ça.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut. I seem to be on the right path.
Ok. De la vie, parfait. Si on doit fight des grosses créatures, il vaut mieux.
Almost to the
loin.
top.
All right, Challenger. You need to take out the herd below. Every machine.
Kill a herd. Okay, I can do that.
Regarde. C'est le plus dangereux celui-là.
Right on time.
Non. Merci. Ouais, dans les pentes, les attaques critiques, elles sont pas dans les pentes. Le jeu, il a du mal à voir quand il y a du dénivelé.
There!
I've dropped the ladder for you. Climb on up and launch your marker.
Ah oui, il faut lancer le truc. Il est où?
Come on, climb up here.
J'arrive, j'arrive.
All right, here we go.
Now climb the ridge and launch your balloon.
Oh putain.
Aratak knows what he's doing. No time to waste.
Take the rappel point to the next challenge.
2 bellowbacks ahead, Challenger. Kill them both. None of the other machines matter.
All right, 2 dead bellowbacks coming up.
Celui-là. Hein. Ah, c'est des gros trucs qui est derrière moi, oui, quand même. Faut que je fasse attention à pas m'exploser le truc de gel dans la figure. Ce truc là. Non! Ça m'a pas fait trop de dégâts. Ils sont un peu nombreux quand même. Allez, il est où? Ok, je vois où est-ce qu'il faut aller.
Come on over here and launch your balloon.
I'm ahead, but only by a little. I gotta get moving.
Now take the zip line and work your way down to the valley.
Ça. Redescends tout en bas.
Storm's kicking up. Can't see much. Close now. Almost down.
Allez.
All right, to the last challenge.
Qu'est-ce que...
Something's wrong. My kin should be here, driving in our final quarry.
Un ours! Oh merde! Deux oursins! Au secours! Trois. Au secours. putain. Mais putain. Ah. Putain, les dégâts. Putain, mais laisse-moi passer, je vais finir l'autre. Putain, mais j'y arrive pas. Quel enfer.
So it's true. Frost claws from Thunder's drum.
The attack cut short the competition. Naturally, there can be no result. It is void.
You saw what she did. She defeated the machines, not I. It is proven. She's the better hunter. We are Banuk. Survive, prevail. What else matters? My
Tu fais mal tout
blood
seul.
is in your teeth. I take my place behind you on the hunt.
Oh oh.
No more hunters may make the ascent to Thunder's drum. The way is closed to all but the chieftain and myself.
It is not my place, but I would ask a boon. To accompany you and my sister.
It might be permitted. But only if you do as I say.
No. Only if you do as I say.
Ah ah ah. On reprend un peu le pouvoir quand même. Et l'autre, c'est vrai que... La confiance.
Thunder's drum awaits. There's a camp at its base, Long Notch it's called. Meet us there when you're ready. Chieftain.
Le temps de récupérer le loot sur les ours, et j'arrive.
A new outfit. And a weapon like Artok's. I guess the chieftain gets the chieftain's gear. And now to Long Notch. Nothing left to keep me from Thunder's drum.
Ah merci, d'huile. Peut-être faire une balade en forêt histoire de récupérer de quoi se soigner. On va très vite. Ah, tu me diras, c'est monté. Putain, la vitesse à laquelle c'est remonté là. Il y a des plantes qui font plus 60% c'est dans cette région. Ouais, celle-là. Mais je suis quasi full. Et voilà.
One for Sekuli.
J'ai eu même une tenue et tout. Qu'est-ce que... Y a pas d'armes. Non, elle a parlé d'une tenue, mais y a pas de tenue. Thèbes, non, rien. Est-ce qu'on a des trucs de lancement? Pas. Rappel fut du tonnerre, ça c'est la prochaine quête, voilà. Ça tombe bien. Et on a découvert ce village tout à l'heure. Directement s'y rendre. Et comme ça on peut avancer. Il y a une quête secondaire là.
Outlander, it would be my honor to speak with you.
Je m'appelle encore l'étranger alors que je suis théoriquement un chef de clan d'ici maintenant.
I've heard of you, Huntress. Each of the many verses of your song tells of an impossible victory. The notes echo across the cut.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
That I know. My song used to echo around Banur. Umnak, the hunter of legendary machines. That's why I'm here. For another. They call it the claws beneath. Or they did when I was younger. Its defeat would have given my song a fine end. I used to travel between Banur and the Cut without stopping to sleep. But this trip, my bones ache, Huntress. But you, out hunting Aratak, leading your own Werak. If half your song is true, you are the only hunter I'd trust to go in my place.
You want me to hunt for you?
Not just for me, no. For an old friend.
You want me to hunt in your place? Is that some kind of Banuk custom?
Well, perhaps it should be, but no. We survive and we prevail, until we fail to do either. I confess, this is not easy for me. For any other machine, I would die as I have lived. A Banuk hunter, weapon raised. But too many good lives have been lost to the claws. Throwing my old corpse atop the pile accomplishes nothing. Better to live in a world without the claws than to die while it still makes children orphans.
Okay.
Sounds like you've got a reputation.
To be Banuk is to push your body to its limits. I found my limits higher than most. Fearsome machines needed killing, and in my youth,
I found I had a talent for killing them. Even now, my name carries such weight that when the claws beneath re-emerged, the Werak came to me.
Do you still have the same faith in yourself that your Werak seems to have?
Perhaps I did. Before I held my bow in shaking hands. Noticed, for the first time, the spots on my knuckles. What a strange thing it is to be old. To stare backward and see such distance. But to stare forward at a looming wall.
This machine, the claws beneath. Why travel all the way to the cut just to hunt it?
Some songs. They include a refrain. The return of a past moment. It seemed fitting.
You've hunted this thing before.
Must have been 20 winters past. We were so close to bringing the claws to bay. Closer than anyone else ever got.
We?
Me and my friend. He was a chieftain of my Werak then, a skilled hunter. Every few years, the claws would emerge in a new location. I knew of 2 chieftains he'd sent to their burial pyres. My friend became the 3rd. This hunt, I had hoped to complete it in his honor.
D'accord.
This is obviously important to you, Umnak. Are you sure you want someone else to take down this machine?
No, I am no longer a match for the claws beneath, if I ever was. If I face it, it will kill me. Of this I have no doubt. The Banuk blood in my veins screams at me to take on the claws myself. But I must see it brought down. And dead men see precious little.
All right, Umnak. I'll do what I can.
I've no doubt you can do quite a lot. The stories say the claws beneath returns here only once every 6 winters. The whispers I've heard say it now makes its home on the northeast edge of the cut. Hunt well.
Commencez par ça. Ah oui, loin au nord. Petite chasse. Et après on peut entamer... Je pense qu'on a... Ça doit être la dernière partie de la quête principale derrière. Avec le volcan. J'aime bien le fait que, et c'était le cas dans le jeu de base aussi, que l'histoire ne traîne pas en longueur pendant des heures et des heures non plus, quoi.
Red light means trouble.
Ils sont 2, il y a 2 loups.
The northeast edge of the cut. Umnak said I'd find the claws beneath nearby.
Ça va être un boss probablement. Et de quel style? Ça c'est la question. Faudrait que je m'occupe de la tour d'abord.
Clever. There you are. Just like Umnak said.
Il y a une variante de glace de ce truc là. Ah non, c'est juste qu'elle est modifiée par ça. Est-ce que j'ai le temps? J'aimerais bien parce que... Oui. Ça il sera pas aussi fort.
Got it.
Putain, il m'a fait peur. Il vient de manger un arbre. Merde. C'est gentil au final d'avoir mis le tout dans cette zone là. Putain, j'arrive pas à les toucher les trucs. J'arrive pas à voir la cible. Ah, sinon je vais me jeter dans la mêlée hein, directement. Peut-être pas. Si je change d'arme et que je reviens, c'est toujours sur 3. D'accord. Putain. Boum. Touché. Toujours bloqué. Ah, il est revenu instantanément pour me karma. Non, faut rester planqué en fait. Putain, les dégâts qu'il fait, c'est chaud. Tu peux le faire. Merci. Ça a marché. Oui. Ça se passe pas avec une flèche triple comme ça. Peut-être pouvoir enlever tous les composants qui lui restent. Ce serait assez pratique ça. Ça lui a rien fait.
L'arbre. Ah, touché.
The claws beneath. Rumnak wasn't lying when he said you were tough.
Ah, c'est une sacrée créature hein, quand même. Ouais, on va pouvoir lui annoncer la bonne nouvelle avant de se jeter dans le volcan.
Never say no to a challenge. Better to die with your bowstring drawn than to live with it left untouched. The blue light fades.
It's over. It wasn't easy, but that rockbreaker won't be hurting anyone anymore.
The claws beneath brought low by an outlander. This part of your song will travel far.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to that.
I've found people rarely live up to their songs. You're an exception, though. And you've done me a true kindness. My foe is buried now, like so many of the hunters it killed. My friend, my chieftain. You would be pleased to know his fate won't befall anyone else. Take this in thanks. I believe you've more than earned it.
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked. But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with this course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that. I take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
Why should I? This is what she wanted, to return to Thunder's Drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them.
Pourquoi ils l'ont enlevé?
The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent.
Dans l'arène du coup, d'accord.
They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
Ouais.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron. New metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted. No way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death. That's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
Et qui de mieux placé? C'est le mur dans Game of Thrones, ça je reconnais.
Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways, but no, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Araya?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Karja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus. When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him. Worried for him.
What did the war do to Aratak?
It cut away everything, until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Silence?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave. But you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent. Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
He was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Ban-Ur. He met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils.
Il n'y a qu'un seul
We
but,
sent
c'est
our best
lui-même.
trackers after him. None returned.
Et il est parti avec Hades, c'est ça le
And
pire.
when
hein.
we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off, but you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea.
C'est peut-être un peu tard. On fera attention la prochaine fois qu'on va le croiser parce que c'est sûr que dans le deuxième jeu, il sera toujours en face.
Ruins, machines, and a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt the daemon has tried to hide the way.
It hasn't been easy for you, Aurea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back.
Alors allons-y. Finissons-en avec ce démon.
Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother!
Système d'aération. Ils ont déclenché l'incendie, d'accord. Ah, et lui qu'on a croisé, c'est lui qui nous a dit de détruire la première tour.
So you see, I too can call upon the power of the old ones.
Pas mal, pas mal. Ah, c'est pas con de déclencher là un incendie comme ça.
The spirit once told me that this all used to
Hyper
be
grand.
part of its domain. A fortress that defended humankind from terrible danger.
Fortress. It looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? Blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here.
Here, up and over.
November 21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while.
Were you listening for something?
There are memories here. Messages left by the old ones.
And you can hear them. I envy you. What did they say?
I'm not sure yet, Aurea.
Après, théoriquement, on pourrait lui donner un focus, mais vu comment est le personnage, c'est peut-être un peu trop de pouvoir pour Aurea. Il y a du monde.
Machines. At least we have the drop on them.
Ah. C'est pas la discrétion, c'est pas mon fort, mais c'est pas le fort non plus de mes alliés.
We must climb higher, and our path will become clear.
Plus haut.
Forget about traveling light.
If the chieftain's pace is measured, ours is measured.
Yes, this way.
Je vais aller voir de l'autre côté. C'est quelque chose au bout. Je dirais pas. Ah si tu veux. Il y avait une échelle mais je l'ai même pas vue quoi. Ok. Ah non, tu peux remonter. Ça, le bon bourdonnement dont il parlait qui est très bizarre.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Not much farther now.
Voilà, voilà. Ah, il y a des loups déjà.
We were here. We fought our way through there. But machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. Even so, we could go that way instead.
C'est peut-être mieux.
There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. I'll follow my lead.
On peut tenter de se planquer.
Towers. Steam, frost. What was all this for?
I went this way years ago, looking for cover in case machines came prowling. I have no doubt that it's guarded now. Stay down as well.
fire stalkers.
Here we go again.
Non, non, il nous a pas vu, il nous a pas vu. Il nous a vu. Ok. Le tracker il nous a pas vu. Ah si, eux ils l'ont vu, mais c'est pas grave. Venez par là, venez par là. On suit ou pas?
Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can redo.
Couper un peu net, non? Parce qu'ils sont en plein fight? Ah mais je peux pas retourner en arrière donc Ah.
We must not hesitate.
We tripped a mine. Brace yourself.
I'll cut you down.
Putain les dégâts qu'il fait. C'est bon, vous pouvez me suivre maintenant? Si vous voulez vous battre, vous pouvez rester là, mais on doit avancer.
No room.
Ça c'est l'autre passage. « 60%, merci. »
Is this a projector?
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without Our beloved director, Penny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Hold your glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something.
Aux États-Unis.
This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654. Wow, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Rhea. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
C'est une IA qui empêche l'éruption du volcan. Yellowstone, c'est aux États-Unis. On est dans le parc de Yellowstone, d'accord. Et il n'y a pas eu d'éruption depuis. Je sais pas combien de temps dans le futur ça se passe.
Full already. We'll have to carve through a lot of machines to get to that door.
More than the Werak could prevail against before.
Aloy will see us through.
Onward then. Our challenge awaits.
Tu te mets devant moi là. T'es un peu chiant. Merci.
The geothermal plant can be suspended. Cooling system masked. Massive challenges solved. So why am I so nervous about the next part? All I have to do is install this mysterious software and conversation. It's not even a human being.
It's like a giant spear aimed into the fire below. No space.
Je pense pas que je pourrais être discret jusqu'au bout. Si, il n'y a pas énormément d'ennemis quand même. Il y a des spawns. Ah non, il est là-bas. Il était là et disparu.
I'd have to ditch something.
More machines. Make ready.
C'est un gueule d'orage. Par contre, l'écho, ça fait du bruit, what the fuck? Merde. Dernière fois.
I don't put much stock in songs of
Il a été
deeds,
mangé par le mur un peu.
but that battle was a verse worth singing.
Now, Aloy, the door. Can you open it?
Let's find out.
Bonne question.
Show us, chieftain, what lies beyond.
Oula. Il y a des trucs du démon là.
Years have passed since I stood here.
Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
Yes. And
Ah,
finish
c'était une
this.
porte là-bas au fond. Et elle est... Il y a beaucoup de lierre dessus, on va dire.
All right. Here we go. This way.
Ah non, c'est ouvert.
I'm with you, brother. We'll stay only as long as we have to.
I need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way forward.
Understood.
Aïe! Il nous a pas vu lui depuis tout à l'heure. Qu'est-ce que je peux faire? Ah mais c'est que de temps en temps, il est pas tout le temps électrocuté. J'avais pas vu.
In the air.
Now to shut off that vent.
Je connais ça.
This should get me up there.
Ça faisait longtemps que j'en ai pas fait des creusets. Ou équivalent.
Okay, let's see what this does. That did it. Here they come. Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
Ouah, bonjour.
I'll finish you!
This battle is won. Next waits. Once again, we wait for you.
Ah mais direct là. Je l'ai pas vu mais il y a un chemin ici. Ça va permettre de monter là-haut. Trop rapide. Ah, ça a marché quand même. Je suis pas de mon côté mais c'est pas grave.
Okay, let's get them across. Come on over, it's safe. You think?
Je crois.
We're here.
Ah, merci.
This place looks more like the mountain used to be. Where the demon ruined it.
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Traceroutes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build polygons. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their plan.
The spirit speaks to us.
It's a recording. And a warning. Hephaestus. It was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia. Yes, but I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us, if it left more messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
Hephaestus, c'est le bout de Gaïa qui est responsable de créer les nouvelles machines. Wow. Et c'est dangereux parce que potentiellement il crée des machines et il fait pas attention au volcan. C'est vu que c'est pas son objectif. C'est des ours.
I'll try to find a way through.
Oh, il y a un autre qui vient de sortir de là-bas. Je vais devoir te fight là. Ils sont hyper nombreux. C'est pas ce que je voulais faire. Il reste 0 PV là, vas-y. Merci. C'était pas le bon sens pour faire la roulade. Je vais faire la roulade dans l'autre sens.
Machines being made, as the spirit said.
Frost claws.
I'll try to find a way through.
Mais putain! Au secours! Je cherche de l'eau rapidement.
Machines being made, as the spirit said.
Frost claws.
I'll try to find a way through.
Après, si j'arrive pas à faire du stealth, c'est pas grave. Je peux aussi les attaquer d'ici et les forcer à venir me chercher. Toutes les machines ne vont pas pouvoir traverser, je pense. Arrêtez avec le feu, s'il vous plaît.
Just stay out of their way for...
Ça a l'air plus safe, non? Voilà. Tais-toi. Ici, il faut juste pas que je meure en retombant encore une fois dans la lave. Ça, c'est à l'envers. Il n'y a rien qui a l'air dangereux ici. Ils peuvent traverser avec moi. Et vous allez à traverser. Faut traverser. Pas un truc que je peux hacker quelque part ou... Ils peuvent pas me suivre en grimpant ces trucs là du coup. Ah si, ils peuvent monter là déjà. Est-ce que ça vous pouvez les attraper? Et vous pouvez aller de l'autre côté maintenant. Vous pouvez venir là. S'il vous plaît. Pas moyen de monter là. C'est un pont. Ah mais oui.
I need to get Adraca and Adraca across. That should do it.
Ah ici. Eh oh. Y'a quelqu'un? Ah ils sont... Putain je les avais même pas vus immobiles dans l'ombre. Voilà, et maintenant vous montez par là. Allez, putain. Il faut un peu les prendre par la main.
And another console.
Tu devrais m'avoir suivi normalement.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the Daemon, and it may have found one.
November 28th. Operation Enduring Victory is all over the news. The Pharaoh swarm is coming. Has to be what Anita is trying to hide Firebreak from. What that means, she thinks we'll lose. That the swarm will reach Yellowstone. My God. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except Cyan.
Ah, encore un long coup. Traverser.
We'll wait here for you.
Oui, comme ça, d'accord. Allez.
sideways, too.
Il doit y avoir moyen de les faire monter, non? Je les vois même plus en bas. Il y a un objectif, mais en haut de ce truc-là. J'ai raté quelque chose. Je veux bien t'aider, mais comment? Là-bas, je peux pas y aller. Ah, si, il y a un chemin là-bas, j'ai vu. Ouf, les dégâts aussi. C'est là où j'étais tout au début, ça. Ça répond toujours pas à comment je peux y aller. J'aille tout là-bas au fond, et ensuite revenir ici, c'est ça? C'est juste que le level design est bizarre. Troisième fois. Merci. Déjà, ça, qu'est-ce que ça fait?
That should cut off the vent up there.
Ok.
Still not too stable.
Merci. Ok, alors... J'entends les machines qui bougent, mais... Ah, c'est bon, j'en vois une. C'est bon. Ça... À part venir jusqu'ici, je sais pas où ça va. J'ai failli faire une crise cardiaque. Au-dessus de la lave là. La physique des sauts est horrible.
Alright, time to grab a ride.
Allez, jusqu'à l'autre bout maintenant. Vu que c'est devenu une fabrique, ça doit être des composants pour fabriquer les os de métal. Je reconnais pas la pièce, mais il me semble que c'est ça. Alors comment je fais venir les amis maintenant? Faut qu'ils arrivent là. Ah bah il y a juste ça, d'accord. Tout ça pour un pont.
The others will have a lot easier time getting here.
This looks like the old path. We're close now.
J'espère, parce qu'on commence à se balader depuis un certain temps. C'est moi qui l'ai coupé là.
Voice of the demon. The altar.
It's a spirit presence.
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
Ok, ça j'ai compris. Droite ou gauche?
Possible security threat detected.
Non. Pas de l'autre côté. Ah, si.
Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed. Preparing countermeasures. Recapture protocol initiated.
Aha!
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light, it's Aurea, your servant, your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers, thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raid the signal strength. One has been exposed, but I am
Unauthorized protocol returned. Scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core.
Plus qu'à faire entrer le volcan en éruption du coup.
The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer.
Aucune chance.
Then lead us into battle.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
Oui, mais... Ah, tu passes par là. Ah oui, il y a une grotte, j'avais pas vu.
Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower's for? I either need to destroy this thing or override it.
Ah merde.
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
Griffe de feu.
We can't let it stop us.
Take it down.
Ça a l'air d'être un point faible. Ah, ça protégeait. Il y avait une protection sur le ventre. Je vois pas. Je viens de gâcher 3 flèches.
Another tower! Stop it from repairing the beast!
Alors, oui, mais si t'arrêtes pas, si vous ne coupez pas de l'ours, moi je peux rien faire. Hein. Allez, 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 allez. Finir par exploser. Du calme. J'arrive pas à toucher. Il fait tout le temps le même mouvement. Yes. Okay.
It must be as you say. The key.
ça a marché.
Adraca! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free.
Bien joué.
You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. Aratak.
Faut qu'on se casse vite.
Aratak. Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go.
Mais s'il peut pas grimper sur les murs, ça va peut-être être compliqué pour lui de repartir.
One of those?
It's the only way!
Il m'a fait peur, hein. Oh putain. Ah mais il y a tout, vraiment tout qui se casse la gueule, c'est chaud.
Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Tu peux pas monter toi aussi au lieu de te fatiguer les bras? Oh, secours! Et il avalanche et tout. Oh putain.
Rhea's gone. What of Cyan?
Apparemment libérée.
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Le volcan est censé être derrière nous. Petit peu de fumée. D'éclair non plus. En prenant de la hauteur, est-ce qu'on va le revoir? Il y a quand même pas mal de lave à l'intérieur de la facilité.
I wonder what they'll trade for Blue Gleam.
Pour pouvoir clôturer cette histoire.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Adraca is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Adraca, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Comme de pourquoi est-ce que Héphaïstos a pété un câble, par exemple.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity. capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems.
Mais putain.
But I was alone.
Je fais des maths quand je fais chier. Quand je suis tout seul.
Repaired me. She saved me.
This firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Parce que le directeur, il devait être au courant de l'attaque des robots. On va dire ça comme ça. Et il voulait pas qu'une IA de plus tombe sous leur emprise, je pense, un truc comme ça.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error.
Aïe aïe aïe, le phishing.
I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Araya said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
C'est vrai que chasser les machines qui sont censées nous aider les humains, c'était peut-être la connerie en fait.
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy.
C'est juste.
Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Adraca was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone?
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
C'est le groupe de musique qu'on a entendu.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Faro?
Are you referring to Theodore Faro, CEO of Faro Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Faro was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor?
Oh, what the fuck?
But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His
C'est lui qui a payé pour sauver le volcan, empêcher le volcan d'exploser.
But before this pivot, Mr. Faro spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
Bonne nouvelle, l'humanité va survivre au réchauffement climatique, mais il va falloir sacrifier 2 milliards de personnes. Pour que quelques années après, un mec décide de créer des robots tueurs qui nous tuent tous. Mais bon.
For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Adraca.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Bien gelé, mais je sais pas. C'est mieux de leur dire la vérité, mais c'est compliqué quoi. Surtout que vu qu'on n'a pas le programme Apollon pour récupérer tout le savoir de l'ancien monde. Bien gelé, je dirais.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them. Bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see.
Elle est pas comme Hades, c'est bien.
I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Saute pas. C'était pour rire que je suis devenu chef ta place. Je vais te le rendre ton titre.
My chieftain.
Just Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Adraca might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Adraca would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Adraca found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, At last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Werak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
Silence continue de nous espionner.
The signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of our own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
C'est
Or
certain.
whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This
C'est clair.
discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Allez, chais. Putain. Ah, la répartie qu'elle a eue. Oh putain. Et sur ce, s'achève. Donc ça c'est la quête principale qu'on a déjà faite. Il faut tuer des griffes de feu. On peut faire ça vite fait. C'est théoriquement c'est la dernière quête du DLC. Je vais spawn là. Je vais faire ça. Et ce serait dommage d'avoir juste une quête comme ça secondaire à faire pour la prochaine fois. Donc c'est le, pour moi c'est le, on arrive au bout de Frozen Wilds et donc de Horizon. Encore un, là il y a un griffe de feu là déjà.
One of the fire claws from Thunder's drum.
Hyper fort, ouais c'est chaud. Eh ben putain. Pas se rapprocher. Putain, il a fait un revers en se retournant. Ok. Je vais pas farmer cette machine 10 000 fois, hein. Je vais m'arrêter là. Je pense qu'on a fait le tour de l'histoire. Je vérifierai quand même rapidement sur Internet s'il n'y a pas d'autres trucs qui seraient planqués derrière. Et je pense que je vais m'arrêter là. Au moins pour ce soir. Et si je trouve rien d'autre, ben, la semaine prochaine j'attaquerai un autre jeu. Qui était juste au-dessus. Par là-bas.
The Banuk might find this blue gleam stuff valuable.
Tac, et sur ce... Je vais vous remercier d'avoir suivi le stream. Très très bien cette fin de Frozen Wilds. j'ai pu pas mal avancer en vrai, et du coup terminer, mais on a fait quand même, je dirais quand même presque une bonne moitié de la trame juste aujourd'hui. Très très cool. Je sais qu'il y a un 2 qui est sorti, hein, Forbidden West. Et je le ferai pas tout de suite, déjà parce que la config ne permettra pas de le supporter pour l'instant, et ensuite parce qu'il y a pas mal d'autres sorties qui vont arriver les prochains mois. Déjà sur septembre, je sais pas comment ça va se passer, parce que j'aurai pas forcément tout le temps, enfin je serai pas forcément dispo autant que j'ai pu l'être depuis novembre, avec le nombre de streams que j'ai fait par semaine. Je sais pas encore, je vous tiendrai au courant dans tous les cas. Ce qui est sûr, c'est qu'on se retrouve après-demain à 14h, donc vendredi 14h pour le stream Star Citizen. Et la semaine prochaine, donc je pense que je commencerai The Passless, qui est un petit jeu indé très sympathique. Ça fait partie de ma liste perso, jeu que je devais faire mais que je n'ai jamais pu faire. C'est parfait. Voilà, le fameux backlog Steam. Je m'attaquerai à The Passless la semaine prochaine. Probablement sur 1 ou 2 streams, voilà. Je ferai quand même un tour pour vérifier sur internet s'il n'y a pas un bout de quête principale qui manque sur Horizon. Mais je crois pas. Je crois qu'on a fait le tour. Ça avait l'air d'être plus une quête de farming post-game, on va dire. En tout cas, voilà, sur ce, je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. Et voilà, à vendredi. Allez, ciao.